What's up, y'all? My name is LBThaRealist, and this is Surrealistic Studios. Thank you for joining me today. Hit that like button for me. Just right off top, hit that like button. Why not? Why not? Just hit it. And if you don't like the video at the end, you can unlike. Subscribe if you haven't. Why not? And if you don't like what I'm saying, then unsubscribe. That's as simple as that. So, I just want to talk to you guys. Today is going to be a rambling, kind of ranting day because there's been some things that have been on my mind, and I don't know how to consolidate it all in my head. Like, I don't know if I'm maybe missing a part of the story or if I'm just not clearly understanding what's taking place. But it seems like there's a war on the poor. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you would agree with that. But I'm really feeling it. Like, it's really hitting close to home. Like, there's a war on poor people. They've literally, effectively made it illegal to be poor. Like, it's the most expensive thing in the fucking world to be poor. How can a person who had to work 2 jobs, to stay ahead of his bills, how does that person have to pay hundreds of dollars in taxes at the end of the year? Like, why? We pay taxes every single day. Like, they're just charging so much money. Like, they're nickel and diming us to death. And there's no fucking reason for a person that makes $30,000 or below a year to have to pay $400 or $500 in taxes. Like, regular people can't afford this shit. In San Diego, if you live in just not even the ghetto, just a regular part of the city, they don't have a lot of parking out here. So they get us with parking tickets all the time. They got the meter maze, or not the meter maze, or the parking lot enforcement, or not parking lot enforcement. You know what I mean? The people that come and get parking tickets. And they hit us every single day. Those motherfuckers are up early, writing people tickets, charging broke people for not having anywhere to park. I'm not talking about people parking in the red, or, sometimes I am talking about people parking in the red because there's no other parking. But I'm not talking about, people that are just doing crazy shit. I'm talking about just regular people parking, with the back of the car a little bit on the sidewalk because, the driveway isn't long enough to fit a normal sized vehicle. My situation, I moved into an apartment complex. They told me that, oh yeah, you could use this front little space in front of the garage for parking. You park in the garage and the front space in front of the garage and on the side of the street. They told us that when we moved in, all of a sudden they said, no, you can't park there. What? So now they have the parking person, parking enforcement, go around and giving everybody tickets that's parked on that part of the driveway. Like, what the fuck? Like, we have there's 2 people living in an apartment. We have 2 vehicles. There's 2, there's 1 parking spot, 1 garage, and that's it. And then there's side parking, but there's not enough side parking. They don't leave side parking on a regular street. They don't let you park in their empty ass parking lots across the lot. Like, so they just get you for these fucking parking tickets. And then if you don't pay that, they go up in price. This is fucking ridiculous. Meanwhile, we're dealing with fucking student loan debt, and hospital bills. I got a fucking hospital bill for over $1,000 for something so fucking minor. So minor, but it's over $1,000 that I gotta pay. I can't afford $1,000 emergency, let alone a $500 emergency. And I gotta pay these fucking people for something that's just so minuscule. But it's everything. $1,000 is everything to me. Like, you don't know how close a person can be to homelessness. you can have a spot one day and literally be out on your ass on the next. Like, and a lot of people are like, yeah, you're preaching to the choir. I mean, of course, you're just now realizing this, LB. I mean, yeah, in a way I am. I'm just now realizing it because it's like, it's really, I'm thinking about it, and I'm really deep thinking about it, and I'm rethinking about it. This is my thing. I think and I overthink that thought. And it frustrates the fuck out of me that we live in a society that gives tax cuts to the richest of the rich. You know, they have all kind of tax loopholes they jump through to avoid paying their taxes. Donald Trump our president doesn't pay his taxes, but nothing happens to him. But we don't pay our taxes, and they'll send our asses straight to jail. They'll send they can't wait to find a reason to send my black ass to jail. I've never been to jail, never had a record, no felonies, no misdemeanors, no nothing. No record at all. But let my ass don't pay taxes. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that people have to work so hard, and the people that work for a living have to pay the most taxes. The people that don't have to work for their money pay less taxes than we do. What the fuck? The prices that they say, you know, are for items in the store are not what they really are, because there's a tax on that every single fucking time. So they lie to you about the fucking price of the item that you're purchasing, because that's not the real price. The real price is what the fucking cashier is going to tell you after they consult the government and the government implements their fucking fees. You got bank fees. The banks are fucking us over. The fucking the credit system is fucking us over, putting dings and marks on everyone's credit, and you might not even know about it, but there's marks on your credit that probably should not be there, because they know people don't check this shit. And then they send you fucking weird ass letters in the mail talking about you owe this. How the fuck did I do my taxes? They said I owed them $370 something for federal taxes. I got $5 for my state taxes. They sent me $5. That's how much I got for my state return. My federal return, I owe the government money. How the fuck do I owe the government money when I'm struggling to survive now? I got into a car accident in last June. They totaled my vehicle. We've been dealing with having one car and then multiple car issues, recurring, repetitive car issues on both of the vehicles. We ended up getting another vehicle because they totaled my last one. And then we've been having problems with the ones we got. So between car maintenance and parking fees and taxes, taking taxes out my ass, like, I'm tapped. You know, they say I owe 300 and something in federal taxes. Then I get a letter in the mail a few days ago talking about they're saying I owe the IRS another $399 in April. First I had until March to pay my federal taxes. Now this new letter is saying I have until April to pay $399. What the fuck? Where did the extra money come from? Wait a minute. Are you even the same people? Am I being punked? What the fuck is this? Somebody please tell me. Help me out. Am I tripping? Or is there a war on poor people? And I'm literally feeling it personally. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this doesn't make... This is why we need Medicare for all. Single payer health care. Just stop with all the noise about government control and all that shit. No, stop. We need single payer health care so that people don't go in debt simply because they get sick. We don't have an overpopulation. There's no overpopulation. There's enough room here on this planet. I drive and see miles of nothing. Desert and mountain land and nothing. But we don't have space. We throw away so much food every single day in every single fucking restaurant in every single fucking home in America, but we don't have enough food? We have a food shortage, and we have a fucking homeless population all across America, all across the world, because of lack of food and housing. They said there's more empty houses than there are homeless people. What the fuck? We have people that make billions and billions of dollars and have mansions with 40, 50 something rooms in them and 30 something bathrooms, a fucking pool, jacuzzi, basketball court, tennis court, fucking home theaters and shit. We got people that own airplanes and helicopters. We got people that own islands. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm not hating on your success. If you're one of these people that just made it and you own all of these great assets and you have all of this shit. But think of all the shit that you have compared to the person who doesn't have shoes. It's surreal. It's surreal that we live in a fucking place like this. Is supposed to be America. Like, this is supposed to be something completely different. And it's not. And they're doing this on purpose. And that's what's so frustrating about this. This isn't an issue. Like, we just have these problems here. And we just don't know how to fix them because they're just so fucking... These problems run so deep. I mean, it is what it is. We do have problems, but it's not problems they can't be fixed. They don't want to fix them because it benefits a certain percentage of rich ass motherfuckers, and it's sick. It's sick, and it makes me fucking sick every single day that I have to live through this shit. I have to see people out in this. I am so close to homelessness. I could fucking taste it on my tongue, like right outside my door. I didn't even realize. Oh my God. I didn't even realize that the homeless population was so close to me. Like, I knew that the homeless population was crazy out here in San Diego. I knew, we had a big homeless population in like El Cajon City and downtown San Diego and, those areas. But there's like, I feel like they're migrating. Like, we're getting more. Like, it's so expensive out here in San Diego. What is your city like? Out here, a 1-bedroom apartment costs, you won't find a 1-bedroom apartment for less than like $800, $900 or something like that. And I'm talking about in the ghetto. In the ghetto, my aunt, in the ghetto, these prices are crazy as fuck. They're charging like we live right next to a beach or some shit like that. When in Bakersfield or Las Vegas, the price is cut in half. Like, so it's worse in certain cities. But the problem is countrywide. And it's not for lack of resources. It's for lack of money. Money. That's all what is. That's it. That's it. What are you guys going through? Let me know in the comment section below. What are you guys going through personally? Do you feel like there's a war on poor? There's a war on you. There's a war on your life, your liberty, and your pursuit of happiness. Why is it that the people that have everything get more shit, and the people that have nothing get less shit, and we get charged more for the less shit that we have? Incredible. Incredible. I'm sorry for ranting. Then again, I'm not sorry for ranting. I needed to get it out. Like, fuck. It's very discouraging. It's very discouraging. Very discouraging. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Let me know what you guys are going through. I want to hear on this video what you guys are going through. And how can we overcome this? How can we remember the love from the bottom of your heart? Remember the peace. Remember, keep talking, keep spreading that enlightenment. And I'll see you guys on the next one, all right? All right.